Hello YouTube, happy 2011, and here is Red Dead Redemption Episode 6, the first episode of 2011. Now, this is going to be the first full episode where everything takes place in Mexico. I'll show you it here. All of this, below this river, everything here is part of Mexico. It makes up a very good part of the map. It makes up nearly half of it. The other half is America. But Mexico is just one whole, Mexico has like 3 different sub-regions, but it's not like America where it's like separated into, you know, like this one state part and then the other state part, New Austin, and then West Elizabeth. It's not split up into 2 regions, but Mexico has 3 overall territories, each with a different design. And Nuevo Paraíso translates to New Paradise, and it's called that because of the rebellion leader in 1911, Abraham Reyes, was hoping to give more power to the peasants to make sure that they had a life of more opportunity and they weren't living in such squalor. So he led his people to overthrow the government. It started off in Nuevo Paraíso with Colonel Allende. They killed and overthrew him, and then Abraham Reyes went to Mexico City, where he became president and kicked President Sanchez out. Now, last time when in the Christmas special, where I was showing you all quick and easy ways to make money, I didn't have enough time, but since now I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes, each episode will be about half an hour long, but it's not going to be exactly that, you know, like, let's see, 3000. It's not going to be exactly 30 minutes. It's just going to be in the general time. Now, bounty hunting was part of an easy way to make money, which I forgot. Sorry, a tactic. And bounty hunting may seem hard, but you could probably do it over and over and over again once you get the hang of it. And what you do here is that it's very easy to see. You see that skull? Which says wanted poster? Like missions, which have the big letters and safe houses, no matter how far you go, as long as it's active, the red skull will be on your map. So it's like a mission. It's in between a main mission and a mini game. So bounty hunting was a big thing back in the Wild West. Law enforcers would put up posters, and people would usually hunt criminals and bring them back for money. Dead they would get paid, but alive they would make more money so that they could make them talk. And a lot of people do it. And in here, it's an easy way to make money. The wanted poster, it reads, the criminal's identity is unknown. Let's see, he's wanted for grand larceny at Hendadura Grande, $400 alive and $200 dead. Now, wanted posters will be up automatically, whether they're at train stations or they're at a or at deputy or sheriff offices or posts, and when it blinks, that represents that either a Mexican general or a deputy or a sheriff is going to that place, and they're going to take their nails, and then they put up the wanted poster for everybody to look at and possibly accept. So I'm going to accept this bounty. It's usually nice to look at the places where the bounties are usually posted between fairly early in the morning. I think around 4 o'clock a.m. to 7:30 a.m. And hold to view wanted poster with circle and accept with 6, so I'm going to accept. I'm going to take it off in an epic way, and it saves, and from now on you're hooked on this mission, and when you die it will just give you the mission again. So when you die, don't worry, you'll still be able to get him. And as you can see, the red skull, it can be viewed on the map, and it could be far away or not, but there's the red skull, and now for some reason it's identified. Raul Ontiveros. So I'm gonna mark him, and then all I've got to do is find my way. Well, I didn't mean to pull out my pistol. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 4 for Christmas a lot, that L2's reverse, but this isn't a car. I'm riding a horse. A good horse. So yeah, he's relatively far away, so as usual, let's speed this whole thing up. Okay, as you saw, it said you are nearing the bounty's location. Now, it's a good idea because you don't want to immediately barge in and just take out all of these outlaws, because then you're more likely to get killed. So, so I find it nice just to go on foot and probably just get a good look at the bounty. Now, it says you may choose to kill or capture the bounty. Now, what happens when you kill the bounty is that you kill them in whichever way, whether it's throwing knives, blowing them up, tomahawks, dynamite, fire bottles, pistols, knives, you name it, or tying them up and tossing them over the cliff. But what we're going to do is capture him alive, because it gets it gives us more money, and also it unlocks our trophy for the day. Let's see. Trophy collection, Red Dead Redemption. It's also when you, here it is, Clemency Pays, which is a bronze trophy. Capture a bounty alive. In order to capture a bounty alive, it's a little harder than just killing them and collecting proof to give to the law enforcers. But what you would do is that you would take out your lasso, you would aim for the bounty, you would lasso him up, you would tie him up like that woman that I did in the Dastardly Trophy, and you would put them on your horse and you would carry them back to the office, and then you would get paid, and then you would get Clemency Pays. Now, I kind of like to do it in this whole Call of Duty Modern Warfare stealth or James Bond type way. I like to go to a good place to get a good view of them. And then I get a good layout, so I plumb my binoculars. Can I make it up here? Come on. And then I would try to camouflage myself, but they can see me fairly well, so. Then have your player take out your, go to your kit and take out your binoculars. Oh yeah, I remembered. It's kind of weird. You can't view your binoculars while you're crouching. Then you'll have to press circle. This isn't a good view, actually. I'll speed this one up too. Okay, here we go. And then after that, I like to go into the bushes, a tall bush, but I have to be standing up. It kind of reminds me of that scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Dad, we're well out of range. Then the player pulls out you would have your player pull out your binoculars. You would look around, and as you can see, there's some horses. There's a person. So yeah, it looks like that they have some good means of escaping. Ooh, there's a Kentucky Saddler. Then you would exit, and also then what a good idea is to snipe them. Don't just take out a number of their reinforcements by sniping them, but also be aware of what what direction your arrow is pointing at. Don't just mindlessly aim at somebody and then shoot them, because because you don't want to take out your bounty. There's the bounty, and then there's his goons protecting him. So be sure to take out his goons, but not take out the bounty. And when your arrow is facing at the bounty's skull, that's a good, that would be an indication that you're aiming at the bounty. Oh, let's see, though. I don't want to risk it, though. Man, this isn't a good place to snipe. They really picked a bad location. Let's see, to get their attention, usually the bounty escapes. I'm going to take out this guy. Got him. Headshot. And then the music starts. Oh, it's so epic. Here it comes. Uh oh. Let's dead-eye these guys. Oh, I'll just take out this guy.
Take that, boy.
Reload. Oh, whoops. I thought it would auto-aim. Let's see, where's that? Oh, there he is. Make sure the bounty doesn't get on the horse. Oh, shoot. Deadeye him. And there's Raul. And now we time up. Get him on my horse. Now, this is going to be the hardest part of the mission. The bounty hunter's reinforcements are going to chase me down, and then they're going to try to kill me, and then bring him back to safety. So, I got to get back there quickly and survive. And now I'm on a cliff, so it's likely that my horse isn't going to reach me, but... Oh, whoops. Yeah, sometimes there are some spots where if you call your horse, it will just try to climb the cliff, but fail. So I'm going to get on my horse, and here they come! Usually a shotgun would be a good idea, because they usually get up so close. Ow! But here it's not. Oh, they shot my horse, but... Die!
That's how you do it.
Usually, I'm just gonna still ride to get... I'm gonna ride all the way back to give you a good idea how hard it is. It's kind of funny how your bounty makes you offers to let him go and he'll be safe, and then insults them. They're like saying, "Oh, you're low. Bounty hunters are the lowest form of life ever." They shot him in the head. Oh my god. Oh, you better not have killed my horse. Did you just see that? Wow, they just... Watch the language. I didn't even mark him. So there we go. Now we're going. I also don't like to hit the horses. I guess hitting the horses would make you survive longer because they would slow down. But I don't like to kill the horses. The horses have done nothing wrong. They have no control that their methods of transportation is for criminals. Here's some more. If you go to towns or settlements, though, they won't follow you because they don't want to get arrested themselves. Yeah, it's insulting. God, shoot me, not my horse. I don't want to lose this. I'd rather die and start over than have to look for another horse. Got him.
This won't end well for you, mister.
I actually once had a glitch where I took in a bounty into Blackwater, and after I turned in the bounty, there were actually criminals there fighting me in Blackwater out in the open, and then a bunch of deputies came, but the criminals were just flat out shooting me in Blackwater, right where everybody could see them and where the law could get them. I guess I got to Blackwater right. I guess I got the bounty into Blackwater, but right before a new wave was coming. And also, don't do random encounters while I'm transporting bounties back, because there's a glitch where if you do random encounters while your bounty, while you're still taking in your bounty or while it's still active, the bounty hunter music will stop, and when you turn in the bounty will still count in your records, but you won't get paid. So don't do random encounters when taking in a bounty. I'm not gonna kill these guys. I'm almost in Trupado, so. Oh wait, try. Yeah, see, look, they break off. They won't follow me into towns or settlements. And then I carry them back in, and then I'll get paid. It's usually nice to just start hunting bounties when you get the lasso and wild horses tame passions. Hello. De nada. Look at that, $400. $400 and like, well, it's of all the fast ways to make money, it's the slowest, but when you get paid, it's good. So yeah, we hunt down a bounty. Huh. You know what I'm decide to do? I think because we're in Mexico, I'm gonna go to oh, there's a random encounter. After this random encounter, I'm gonna go to these locations in Mexico, and I'm gonna find out what they translate to in English. But what's with this random encounter? Huh.
I don't wish to bother
Oh,
you.
I have to get off my horse. I'll show you this guy anyway. I actually once died. I was yeah, here's another classic somebody robbed my store, go get them type thing. Like, it's cool. Once I was chasing this guy down the rail, the train tracks from Chuparosa, and then after that, and while I was chasing him down the train tracks, I planned to lasso him and actually make him fall off the train tracks, but I ended up falling off and I died. That was kind of funny. It was like Red Dead Redemption, bounty hunting fail.
You're heavy.
I'm gonna take him in.
This is gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah, I guess this is shameless filler, but we've got half an hour. Let's just goof off for a little bit. Come on. Couldn't get on my horse for a sec. Let's go.
Come on, fast.
Okay, if you like bounties, if you turn them in alive, the general shop owner will give you a cut of what the robber stole. It's always nice to turn in people alive. But you know, if you want to kill them, I guess that's okay. But it won't get you as much money.
Ándale, you even brought the ladrón. Gracias. I will handle him. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo está?
Okay, now let's see what those Spanish names mean, and let's start off with Chuparosa. Okay, guys, get a load of this. I found out what Chuparosa means, and I am not kidding. I know you're gonna think I'm kidding, but seriously, I am not. This is real. Chuparosa translates to hummingbird. You heard me right. Chuparosa means hummingbird. Now, I have to ask this. Why is this Mexican city with a bar, a law office, an abandoned fountain, and a marketplace called Hummingbird? I mean, there's nothing that resembles a hummingbird. There's nothing that has anything to do with hummingbirds. You can't hunt hummingbirds in the game, let alone around here. Heck, there are no hummingbirds in the Wild West, at least as far as I know. So that's weird. Is it the train station? Does that look like Hummingbird? Huh. Well, so far the closest thing is that these trees look like a good place where hummingbirds would want to go to get some nice nectar from some neat flowers. But that is so odd. I mean, really? Hummingbird? Okay, well, what am I gonna do next? I guess I'm gonna try Tesoro Azul. Okay, so we're at Tesoro Azul, as you can see there. Tesoro Azul, and I'm gonna get my binoculars for a better view. It's a fortress-type town, and the barrier blends well with the sand, and it's an abandoned, rundown town, which looks like it went through a heavy battle, and it's a popular hiding spot for rebels and criminals. But the question I like to ask is, why are there rebels after the mission and appointed time where the colonel was killed and Abraham Reyes went on to become president, overthrowing Sanchez? Why are there still rebels? Well, maybe it's a new revolution because Abraham Reyes himself went on to become a president, a tyrant president, the very enemy he wanted to destroy. Yeah, I'm not going to go inside the town, though, because it's one of the Nuevo Periso gang hideouts. In the gang hideouts, you have to rescue a Mexican deputy from being executed by the rebels. And the most noticeable thing about it is the church over there, that old church that looks like it was burnt down. It's in really bad shape, and it has a crooked cross. And onto the name, Tesoro Azul means blue treasure. The only explanation I have for a name like that is because on top of the church, there's a chest with good amounts of ammo and I think rarely money. But aside from that, the place has nothing to do with the color blue, aside from that building over there, or any item resembling treasure because it looks like it's in pretty bad shape and it's worthless. So yeah, I guess that one chest may be the reason that it's called Blue Treasure. It should have been called White or Destroyed Treasure or something. Also, we're in a different region of Mexico. It's called Punta Orgullo, which means Pride Point. It's the part of Mexico you would notice, like, when you come to Mexico, you would think about a place like this. There's shrubs, cacti, there's more flowers, there's prickly pear here, and the sand is very white for other parts of Red Dead Redemption. Like, no sand is this white. But anyway, the other territory we were in Mexico, Perdido, that means lost with Chuparosa. But here's the thing. Punta Orgullo is this part with cliffs. As you go, all of the shrubs, the cacti, look the same. When you look off into the distance, it's not that easy to spot towns because you could get lost by all these cliffs in your way. In fact, a territory here, well, an area here, Sidewinder Gulch, it's a maze of cliffs, and it could be hard to find your way back to civilization. But with Perdido, it's a flat landscape, and if you look off into the distance, you'll easily see the town of Chuparosa or the nun church, Las Hermanas. So why wasn't Punta Orgullo this part called Perdido? And for Perdido, it actually seems that it's more of a pride point because it's where it's the part of Mexico where the revolution started. There's also this place called Campo Morada, which it's the home of the Fortuna family, which contributed a lot to the revolution and had a very brave girl who fought in the revolution, Luisa. So this part seems more of an area of pride. And I guess you could also say it has this rock called Ojo del Diablo, which means Rock of the Devil. And I think, like, this rock could also be, like, you see that arched rock in the distance? It's this majestic rock, which is actually home to Khan, the legendary jaguar, the jaguar being the symbol of stealth and cunning. So I guess you could say Ojo del Diablo is an area which looks like it could be full of pride, because can you imagine a hero being on top of it? But I think I'm going to disclude it because Diablo means devil. So, yeah, why wasn't this part called Perdido and this point called Punto Orgullo? Oh well, maybe it was an in-game joke where the developers switched the names. So, either way, we're on to our next part of Nuevo Paraiso, the town of Escalera. Here we are, everybody, at the beautiful Escalera, the most prosperous city in Nuevo Paraiso. It has a cantina, it has a church, you can play Five-Finger Filet, there's a market, there's just about everything, and there's also a gun shop, and it's even where the Colonel resides. See, you see that large mansion at the top of the hill? That triangular roof at the very top? That's where the Colonel resides. It was Allende until 1911, but he was killed when the revolution ended. So I guess it's the new Colonel, appointed by Abraham Reyes. But I guess it's only the house the Colonel goes to when he's in Nuevo Paraiso. Escalera, anyways, means ladder. But supposedly it could also mean other things. I've heard Escalera also being used for stairs, and I do think that it was the root for the word escalator. They're both devices that people can use to get to higher levels. You walk upstairs, you climb ladders, and you just wait for escalators to bring you up. So that's pretty unique, though. But Escalera is built on a hill, it seems. And the highest point is the mansion, and it's at a higher level, and ladders can bring you to higher levels, so I guess it makes sense. Let's see, on to... No Salida. On to No Salida. Okay, everybody, this is a good one. We're at No Salida. It's the docks of Punta Orgolo at the very west, and I guess it could still be used. It's in the distance. I'm gonna get my binoculars. Anyway, I suppose it can still be used if the law supervises it. I suppose that with a license, people can go grab a ship and sail down the river. But you're never gonna believe what it means. This had to be deliberate. The game designers must have named this place the opposite of what it's supposed to be. No Salida means no exit. That's right. No Salida is no exit. But let me ask you this. It's a dock. Of course there's an exit. You could go grab a ship, you could sail down, and as long as you survive, you could easily exit this place. Of course there's an exit. And now, admittedly, nobody can swim in this game, but there are ships there. And maybe the ships aren't moving, but I mean, come on, this is a way to get on a ship and go downstream. I mean, of course there's an exit. You could probably go downstream to New Austin easier than you could probably get the fastest horse in the game and go over to New Austin. Of course there's an exit. Also, No Salida is the second, or I guess you could say it would be the first, depending on which order you like, but it's the other Mexican Nuevo Paraiso gang hideout, and in the hideout you help the Mexican army again. Get out of the way, horse. You help the Mexican army get rid of rebels at the docks. And then you'll get paid by the rebels. It's also probably the first time in the game you'll have access to fire bottles. It's a fun mission, and it's another easy way to make money. But it's your same. You go, you shoot these people, you shoot those people, and I think the action's already going on there. The army seems to already be shooting. I saw a flash. There's one. Yeah, there. As you can see, there are two over there. They're aiming at the army. Let's see. Oh, see, you see that? Whoa, he can see me. Wow, he's waving at me. But anyway, that yellow X is where I'm supposed to go. I'll probably do it when I'm done with this footage. So, yeah, this could have been done by accident. Seriously, you could go over there and get a ship and just exit out of Nuevo Paraiso, and yet it's called No Exit. What on earth? Okay, everybody, we're at Puerto Chorchillo, and, look at that. Night falls on the San Luis River in Nuevo Paraiso. Beautiful, is it not? Anyway, Puerto Chorchillo means knife port. As you can see there, Puerto Chorchillo. Yeah, now I can understand the port part. It is a port though, but it's a crummy little dock though. Let's see. There's my horse. It's probably a good place to dock rafts and even small boats. But I really don't understand the knife part of it, though. I mean, oh wait a minute. No, don't go. Ah, dang it! You stupid horse! Man, you were my favorite. There he is. Come on, man. What on earth? You're a horse. You're a mammal. You know better than that, and you just go off and walk into the river? Man. Well, yeah, I don't really understand the knife port, and I'm really not going to go into detail because I just lost my horse, and I have to lose all the money I made on the gang hideouts. I mean, come on! Okay, we have time for one more, but I want to start off by saying the reason why I said I would have to lose all my money I made from the gang hideouts is because usually when I lose my great horse, my amazing, really fast horse, whenever it dies, I usually reload my saved game because nowadays it's impossible for me to find another horse, American Standardbred. But now I realize that after you complete gang hideouts, it saves the game automatically so that if you die, you don't have to, encounter all this trouble. Well, I didn't realize. I just found out. I forgot. I haven't played this game since the Christmas special. So yeah, this is our last location for the day. It's for the episode. It's half. You probably can't see the F. It's half Spanish and half English. It's Frontera Bridge, and that means border bridge. Why? Well, New Austin and Nuevo Periso. Do the math. So, our episode was pretty epic and it was weird. So I'm gonna load my save game soon, and it was just beautiful looking at Nuevo Periso, and I actually got a lot of story of the mission line of Red Dead Redemption out of the way because of Nuevo Periso. You have got to be kidding me. What the... Are you serious? Oh my god. Come on. Seriously. Not one, but two horses idiotically, deliberately, well, not deliberately, but either way, yeah, deliberately fall into the river as if they thought that they had wings. Oh boy.